What's up, guys? We are in beautiful Rialto, California with one of my good buddies, Chris Bedke. Now, the reason we're turning the camera on today is because this guy is a photo booth expert. A lot of people have been asking, what photo booth do I buy? What should I look for? Thought Chris might be able to give us some insight. So, pitfalls, good booths, all that kind of stuff. What do you got for us?
You can make a lot of money in the photo booth business, and as somebody that's a DJ, I can totally say this, and don't be a hater, but don't think like a DJ when you start a photo booth business. Don't buy the photo booth and then charge less than what you should be charging for the photo booth. This is something that not everybody does yet.
Right.
It's becoming more and more popular and more people are getting them. But 3 years ago when I started this, I was one of maybe a dozen people in Southern California that had them. Now I have 9 photo booths. I'm the largest in my metro area, which is Inland Empire, San Bernardino, Riverside. And we did 455 events last year.
Wow.
And that was with the first half of the year, we only had 3 photo booths. We bought the other 6 photo booths the last half of 2013.
Just to keep up.
Just to keep up. So we're going to be north of 700 events this year once graduations start and things like that. Okay, there's a couple different things you want to look for when you're purchasing a photo booth. You got to think about the types of events you're going to be doing. We do everything from school dances to wedding receptions and private parties. So we have a variety of booths depending on the application. So I'm just going to show you a couple different things. First thing you got to think about is, do you want your photo booth to be a standing booth or a sitting booth? 3 different styles of booth. You notice this one, the camera is below. This one is actually designed for sitting.
Right.
The white booth, the camera is above. It does rotate, so it can be for sitting or standing, but this one we actually use for a standing application. And the reason you would want to do a standing booth is for speed, or if it's a short duration of photo booth rental, like a 2-hour, you can get more people in and out.
Also for the group shots. Everybody can kind of stand and back up. You're kind of limited in a small booth with just the chairs and whoever you can cram into the booth. So that's kind of...
Our enclosed booths are 5 feet by 5 feet squared and 7 feet tall. So guys my size, 4 people. Guys Brian's size, maybe 6 people.
He's sitting, by the way.
I'm sitting, so...
Yeah, he's right.
So anyway, so sitting booth, standing booth, and then the last booth on the right, which is actually my favorite, it's a Colorado sound booth. It actually sits on a speaker tripod. We can adjust them, and this one can be used for sitting or standing. It's also the most portable because it fits in the trunk of a Honda Accord.
It's got everything in it that these booths have, essentially, except the printer. You got to have a separate printer case.
If you want to be versatile, you get something like that where it's all in one. All these booths have touchscreen computers. We have remote control firing. The CSL booths are actually really cool because it comes with something that resembles a car clicker.
Right.
And we can set this to whatever we want. So if we have 3 people go in the booth, we just push them to number 2 and then the number 4, and that starts it.
Here's a close-up of that. This is like a key fob. Now, I bought this one, the Colorado Sound and Light booth. I couldn't be happier. It was like $4,000 out the door with media kits. We've made money on it, and we haven't had to buy any media kits, yet, but we've still paid for the thing. So it's a cool piece. It's got everything you need. For a guy like me who's disabled, it's lightweight, and I can get it in and out of a vehicle, no problem. These are a little big for me, but they're good. They're cool booths, but this is perfect for me, or even like if you're a small person, or even my daughter runs a photo booth, so this is perfect for her. She's not a big, guy like Chris, obviously.
Our first photo booth we absolutely love just because it's our first one. However, the person that we bought it from is a photo booth company, and they're in our same market. And when we first purchased the booth, we drove to his place, and it was also our most expensive booth. It was over $7,000. This one, in comparison, was less than $5,500. When we got there, he made us sign a non-compete, under duress, I should say, because we didn't know about it till we got there. And he's like, well, you can't have the booth unless you sign a non-compete for my home area.
Right.
And I was kind of irritated about that, but we had driven 150 miles to get there, and I wanted the booth, so whatever. And I'm not going to drive 150 miles. I can find work in my own market. Second thing that happened with this other company is he sold us a new old stock printer. It was a Sony printer that 2 months before we purchased the printer, Sony had notified everybody that they were getting out of the digital media business. They were stopping cameras and photo printers. And then the tsunami in Japan hit.
Right.
And the factories that made the photo booth media were wiped out from earthquake and then the big flood that came through. So our media went from $90 a box to $180 a box.
Didn't he also demand that you, if you were to sell it back to him or something?
Yeah, and there were other things in the contract. So that, you know, if I want to get rid of the case, it has to stay within his family. I have to sell it back to him first, which I'm not going to do. I will never do that.
Yeah, you own it. That's correct.
Yeah, and so just be really careful. And I've heard other stories from photo booth companies that they want you to buy the media from them. Try not to buy from somebody that's a photo booth company in your own area. Other tips about the photo booths is, you know, budget what it's going to cost you for replacement value, because everything in these booths, the things do break and they wear out. In this booth, we already replaced a camera, which happened with no notice. It went from working fine to 5 shots later, it died. And thank goodness there was a Best Buy across the street, and $600 later we had a new camera and nobody even noticed. The photo printers wear out. We have a couple of photo printers that have 17,000 plus prints on them. Our first photo printer got to 11,000 prints. The warranty expired at 12. And we had a real problem with Sony on the warranty repair, so we no longer have any Sony printers. We're all Hi-Tie and the DNP.
Hi-Tie is what I have, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
Hi-Tie is really good. I'm in a really good area for photo booth stuff because everything that I need to fix these booths, I can drive to in 30 minutes or less.
Now I have a question. Now, when you need media for these, what's your media tip? Because you can't just go buy this at Office Depot. Where do you go? Where do you buy it? And how do you get the best deals?
You can look online. There's a couple different places online. The one that we use is called Photo Club.
Photo Club.
It's FOTO Club Inc. .com. They're out of Santa Fe Springs, California. Our contact there is Ruben, and they literally have the best prices on photo booth media. There's a couple others if you're on the East Coast. I think there's a company called Image Spectrum, and there's a few others. Again, we deal with the suppliers that are local to us, because if I have a problem or I have a last minute show, I can drive 30 minutes to Santa Fe Springs and pick up my photo booth media.
Now, the more media kits you buy at once, the better break they give you on the price?
Right. For a long time, we were buying one at a time, 2 at a time. And all of a sudden we discovered if you buy 4 or more, you get a price break. So the price goes, from, I think we're saving about $5 a box by buying 4 or more.
That's good.
So it requires a little bit of pre-planning, and the last thing you want to do when you own a photo booth company is run out of media.
Right.
And I hear about that all the time on these photo booth boards. And it's funny is it's DJ companies that own them. They put out a last minute emergency call. Oh, I'm out of media. Anybody have a box of whatever? And that's just lame. If you know you have an event, check your photo booth print counts.
Right
on Mondays when we come back, we check every single photo booth and do a print count, and we place our media orders on Tuesdays. So at any given time, we have enough media for our shows, plus like 3 extra cases of media.
A lot of good info. There's going to be a long video. I'll try to cut it down to the nuts and bolts best I can. But thank you, Chris. This guy, like I said, he is doing it right. He's making money at this, and we need to listen to the guys like this. He's a pro. He's figured it out. He's found the secret. And he won't give us all the secrets, I'm sure, but he'll give us that.
You get them a little by little. We'll do videos, and you'll learn a little at a time.
Maybe we'll do one at Moby too. So thanks for watching, and good luck with your photo booth.